And it's no good going around fuming with anger about conditions about which you can do relatively little.
But surely anger gets things done. If you refuse to sit down under these conditions and fumed constantly, surely something would be done.
Now, it depends whether the right people are getting angry.
Well, you're medical superintendent of this hospital. Surely you are the right person to get very angry.
Hidden in the upper floors of an active hospital in the UK, there are secrets remaining from a century of use as an asylum. In today's Urbandoned video, join us as we sneak into derelict parts of a psychiatric hospital dating back to the early 1900s, where time stands still.
Alistair, have you heard that 85% of people are not subscribed?
You're joking? They need to hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell to never miss a video.
Hi guys, we're uploading every week at the moment on the Urbandoned channel. You'll find a new video here on Fridays at 6 PM for the next 8 weeks, and we have some crackers to show you. Let's get into today's episode.
In late 2021, we spent a couple months visiting this huge former asylum in the UK that was constructed in the early 1900s. Nowadays, the vast complex is one of few original psychiatric hospital buildings still in use, with its ground floors mostly occupied, still a facility catering for mental health. Designed compactly, but large enough to fulfill the needs of the borough it is based in, the site features many two-storey buildings, with long corridors connecting each together. Besides a chapel, a mortuary, and staff housing, it was built to function as a single unit, with everything patients and workers would need within the walls.
If the real person is still there, don't you think that some of them may find the conditions there less tolerable than you seem to make them out to be?
Well, I hope I've not made them out to be tolerable. But after all, you know, people can get used to almost anything.
As live as the structure remains, we wanted to be confident we weren't disturbing anyone on the premises, so it felt vital to choose our moment wisely to slip into the disused parts without detection.
This is such a classic asylum-like hallway here. All these, they're not really cells, but more patient rooms. Nothing in them, sadly, but it's really nice to see. They're wooden doors instead of the metal doors that you normally see in somewhere like this. The power does work in here, in multiple rooms, so it'd be nice if it worked in this corridor. It does. Can't really tell. Well, you can, but it doesn't make too much of a difference in the daylight.
It's 2 baths, typical asylum design, and the power works too. No privacy in here at all. These room layouts look like cells, but I'm only judging that based on the lock and the size of the room. Tall ceiling but thin room is usually that of a cell.
Complete change of colour scheme in here. Into another bathroom area, but it's got a really nice arch hallway leading in. And then more toilets. They're all in immaculate condition, considering. These shelves look dated. I've never seen any of them in an abandoned building underneath the mirrors.
It's like a big monitor screen there. I believe it'll be quite outdated. Sony one. It comes with the whole stand and trolley. But apparently the stuff that is left up here is just stuff that they couldn't use in the hospital downstairs because it's out of use and old-fashioned. There's a fair bit of sunrise coming in.
The care and attention which the patients receive is perfectly adequate on a given level.
What given level?
The level of kindness, the level of adequate physical care, those are the two main levels as well that one would speak of.
The lights are already working in this area.
Really nice colours in this corridor. We wrecked this site a few weeks ago at night and you really couldn't tell the little details, even the colours on the wall.
There's a record book.
Loads of papers here.
It's for endoscopy. It's for the drugs that people have been taking, 2CB. It's probably all going to be blurred, but it's quite interesting. It's from 2003 as well.
This one's from 2002, so that's the closest we've...
After only passing through a couple of the many properties on site, we were already coming across lots of classic asylum architecture, as well as remnants from the periods of institutionalization the country has left in the past.
There's a slanted corridor going down. It's got automatic lights, as you can see. There's a lot of natural light being let into this building, and all of them. Looks like there's a lot less decay on this corridor. Wow, this architecture is really nice. It's quite simple, but particularly the lampshades just looks so dated. You get the same here from this wallpaper in the next room. And the bay window. Oh, I'm really enjoying walking through this place.
At its peak, the hospital's bed count amassed 500, taking in anything from acute cases to epileptic and chronic, and sick and infirmary illness too, with varying wards for male and female patients. In typical asylum fashion, it was highly likely that these spaces were overcrowded and hygiene was poorly managed.
She's going to sleep. She's going to sleep. Mother, come on. Mother, have some tea. Come on.
What do you think of being in here? Do you like
I hate
it?
it.
Why?
is here.
Continuing down.
Yeah.
It's so weird when the lights are already on before you've got there.
It's just a continuous loop of corridors leading towards. Apart from the scuff marks, you can't really tell this bit's shut. And like the hole in the roof there on the left.
Yeah. Good on this one.
Yeah.
It's more of the same with the architecture.
Yeah, I was about to say they're all very similar. It's just the colour schemes that seem to differ. All the rooms mostly empty, but there's some graffiti in some of them by the looks of it. More like this type. Ex-workers or patients with the dates.
See what these are now. See the arrows under them pointing down. These are the dates and the style of what paperwork is left in the boxes that would have been here. Obviously if they're no more, you can see an example at the end of this corridor. There's a lovely glow in this corridor. You can hear people in the active bit. That's a really nice fireplace there. I was thinking that this place has been missing a really nice dated fireplace. There's a ton of old paperwork in this room. Oh my god, look at the wooden furnishings. So nice. Type of architecture you just wouldn't see in a hospital today. You can see layers of wallpaper underneath this one. The one before it looks very 60s.
Patient records here from 1986. 1981 actually is the oldest date. There's loads of them there. We're able to show these because of how old they are. Some more modern ones here as well. 2015.
Come on, have some more.
A lot of the patients in this hospital who are in the elderly age group, they could be managed in their home, I think, by their family. It is only a process of their age. It's a normal process of aging that they get demented, they get confused, and they're incontinent, but they should be looked after in their homes as anywhere else in the world they are.
There's a worker there, downstairs. But we're carrying on into what's seemingly more active than the rest of the bits we've explored already. You won't be able to tell, but there's a very clean smell in this area. It's definitely used for storage, as you can see.
These all look quite modern.
Yeah, there's all sorts here. These lockers are very modern. Right now we're pretty much central in the hospital in the grand scheme of things, with its main hall being on our left downstairs. Originally we thought we saw workers here, didn't we?
Yeah.
But right now we seem to be just fine. The corridors are endless.
Yeah, there's so many open windows as well. I don't really want to get seen by someone.
You can see why it's a problem for us to do it at night despite the power.
Yeah. They're automatic lights as well. We can't even choose when to turn them on.
Yeah, it made it very hard to not get spotted basically.
There's a bed. Looks really good down there as well, really nicely decayed.
Yeah, first bed here as well.
Finally found an open one. This again looks very, very clean. And creaky. Oh my god, check this out.
What is it?
2 very old operating chairs.
Oh yeah, they're really nice. What on earth is the one on the left? I've never seen anything like it.
It almost looks like a torture device, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That is so cool.
very rare.
It was incredible to discover vintage medical equipment totally intact, as if saved just in case a museum contacts the hospital. On the left side of the room, the early 20th century table was for leg operations and amputations, with an estimated cost of £100 at the time.
It looks like it dates back to 1931. We found something fairly similar when we were in Ireland recently. But it's just different when you find a surgical instrument like this. As soon as you see it, you just know it's from a different age. Surgery is completely transformed over time.
Is the level of becoming slowly a cabbage an adequate level of care and attention?
No, this is where one is unhappy about the situation, that long-term patients in hospitals like this do tend to become depersonalized through the institutionalization and the non-stimulating character of their environment in a way which is unnecessary.
Wow. This room's particularly nice with all the sunlight coming in. Casting ray-like patterns on the floor. It's very similar to the other rooms that we've seen so far. Oh wow, I was just peering in this room and just to see this in here. All of these have been empty, but this is why it's worth checking them. It's an incubator for, obviously for newborns. So old as well. This ward is particularly given in terms of its equipment left behind.
Following the deinstitutionalisation of UK asylums throughout the 1960s, there was a significant decline in the structures, including this one. Mental health treatment was improving rapidly as it was becoming more understood. With the construction of a new modern hospital nearby, patient numbers dwindled and it steadily became more and more defunct.
There's tiled toilets there. An asylum is really the only place where I'd focus on them. But the architecture's quite nice. There's a bit of medical equipment as well. Perhaps someone's gown and shoe in the bath. There's a bed. And a pool table. So far this is all unseen from here on. Oh, and I think I know why. There's a light on at the end of this corridor.
Ah, that's why we didn't see this bit last time then.
Yeah, and there's new signs up. I think we should probably not go in there. It looks locked anyway, like there's a board placed along the door.
Yeah. I think we'll leave this section.
See what's in here. Oh, there's a fair bit. And there's another operating table. Not much of a nice shot though, because there's so much stuff on it, but yeah, it definitely is. That makes 3. It's a map of the site. The male wards on the left and the female wards on the right. We've practically covered both today.
We had finished exploring the abandoned sections of the asylum. It had been a fascinating walkthrough of one of the most intriguing facilities of this nature we have been lucky enough to witness. Although the majority of the upstairs is in a dilapidated condition, some areas were clearly being used for storage, and we eventually started to find things that made us think it was time to head out.
But surely anger gets things done. If you refuse to sit down under these conditions and fumed constantly, surely something would be done.
No, it depends whether the right people are getting angry.
Well, you're medical superintendent of this hospital. Surely you are the right person to get very angry.
It's not much good my getting angry unless I can communicate my anger to the right people. And ultimately the right people are the people who happen to be looking in at this program. Because it's out of their pockets that the money has to come to improve the conditions under which our patients live.
Well, this building is now 100 years old and it's been unsuitable for a very long time. Why hasn't it been pulled down before?
Basically because the community isn't sufficiently interested in this matter to see that it is pulled down.
What plans are there for pulling it down in the future?
None as far as I know.
Why not?
Here are some of our photographs captured at the abandoned asylum. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images from our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We really hope you're enjoying the weekly episodes, and we can't wait for you to see what else we have planned. We'll hopefully see you in 1 week. See you next time.